So my mom bought me like a Timbaland CD thinking it was all going to sound like One Republic.
Oh my God.
And then it was like stuff like this.
Oh my
and
gosh.
She's like, this doesn't sound like what I thought it was. And all this stuff. And
Mary.
Hey everybody, this is Zillennial Meets World, a podcast where everything really is all fun and games. I'm here today with Taylor and Jordan.
Hey.
Hi.
And today we are going to be talking about none other than Nelly Furtado, a famous Canadian singer that you guys remember from the early 2000s.
Not to be confused with just Nelly.
Yes.
Because Jordan and I got confused.
High key, yeah. We were reviewing the notes and I'm like, oh, wait a
Nelly?
minute.
She? Huh?
That's crazy.
Becca is giving us really big judgmental
It's just like
eyes,
so
and it's fine.
crazy. It's just so crazy.
Well, like Nelly and Ellie. I don't know.
I feel like I knew they were two separate people, but for some reason, it just
I
wasn't
think of
clocking
the other
to me.
Nelly.
Well, that brings us to our game segment for today. And today we're going to be doing a Would You Rather. This is like TV show edition.
Okay.
All right.
So our first one is, would you rather be a spy from Totally Spies or a Powerpuff Girl?
Crazy, but I didn't watch either of these.
Not surprising. Moving on. I'm going to say I'd rather be a spy.
Same.
And my take on this is I think that being a superhero is like exhausting and not a choice. And it's like, oh, like it's inconvenient for you to have to stop Mojo Jojo. You don't want to deal with it. The mayor's kind of a creep, first of all.
Yeah,
That's
he
the other
is a
thing.
creep.
And like, it's just like, it's not on my, it's like you are like a superhero on like the town schedule.
Yeah.
Whereas Totally Spies, it feels like you clock in, clock out. And I feel like you feel empowered. Like you are on a mission and you get told, here's your assignment. And I feel like I can get behind that a lot easier than I can be like, oh no, like him is out there again. And I have to
see
save
the
him.
world again.
The Powerpuff Girls phone, it's always ringing. It is ringing 24/7, all day, all night.
It's just not a good work-life balance.
No.
I think it'd be cooler to be a spy for sure.
Well, plus, like, these spies, from what I remember of the show, it's like they lived like a pretty general, normal life. Like they were just like teenagers. Is that right?
I don't remember.
I kind of think that's true. And then they like you said, they'd get like their mission or whatever. Plus, their outfits were always so cool. Their like spy gear, so fun. It would be like
spy
a
gear would be
lipstick
cool.
is like a knife or something crazy.
Right.
Yeah,
Classic.
like the lipstick laser.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
like all kinds of like really cool fun stuff that like just looks like normal girl things, but then it's actually a spy weapon. So cool. I would rather be a Totally Spies.
All right, so we're doing spies all around.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on.
Ooh.
Would you rather have Cookie from Ned's Declassified Do Your Group Project or Minkus from Boy Meets World?
I don't know much about Minkus, but I feel like Cookie always messed everything up.
Cookie's like part cyborg.
He's like, I feel like he's almost too smart that he doesn't have, like, I know that he's really smart, but then it sometimes he messes it up and then it comes off as inconvenient.
I
Like-
mean, I would choose Minkus because Minkus is the type of guy that's like, I don't want you touching this
Yes, he
project.
would just
Right.
do it. He would just do
Right.
it. Because
That's kind of the vibe I got too.
yeah. I think I'm going Minkus.
Do you guys remember Minkus from One Tree Hill? Have you seen One Tree Hill?
I haven't
No.
watched it.
Oh my
no.
gosh, you guys are crazy. You don't know nothing.
I don't watch TV like that.
All right, so we're choosing Minkus. Moving on. Would you rather go to the codename Kids Next Door treehouse after school or go to the Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends after school? Like, what's your after school activity of choice?
I'm like very much into the treehouse. I think cool treehouses are like awesome. And that's what I would choose.
She's doing code names.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the Foster's Home because I feel like I remember it being pretty cool.
Very cool.
But also the treehouse is like the craziest treehouse ever. Like it's got a lot going on. But also like you're kind of a spy-ish in that too.
Yeah.
right?
You have
like
enemies.
you kind of have a job.
You can get like bombarded, whereas Foster's Home is just like you're
it's
vibing.
just pure vibes.
Mhm.
I think I'm gonna go Foster's Home because it's like you just get to chill and hang out with like your imaginary friends.
I kind of think Foster's Home is a little bit too overwhelming for me. I think there's just too many imaginary friends there that I'd get overstimulated. And
Couldn't you just be like, let's get rid of a couple?
No, they're foster children.
But they're imaginary.
Don't disrespect Blue and Wilt and Coco. They're not imaginary to me.
So what you're saying is you'd rather like have enemies and live in the treehouse?
Yes, I love an op.
We're not living there. You're just going there after school.
Well,
I
that's
am like very much an
You do
antagonist.
love an op.
And I feel like I am very motivated in life to be like to attack an enemy. That's
true.
my motivation.
If you haven't seen Becca on this podcast before, that's what she does to Taylor every week.
She's my op.
I don't like her.
We have the same pinky size.
That is private information that does not need to be on a podcast.
Sorry.
If that doesn't get bleeped out, you should bleep that out
That
and then
would be
nobody will
funny.
know what they're saying. Would you rather have Snoopy or Scooby for a dog?
That sounds hard.
This one is really hard.
I do know who I'm choosing though. Would you like to go first?
I'm definitely doing Snoopy. I'm
I
not.
thought that would be
My
your pick.
deli meats bill would be through the roof
Well, that's
with Scooby.
exactly what I was gonna say. Like Scooby is definitely taking all of your money for the food budget. Like
That is so true. I didn't even think about that.
yeah. So for those reasons, I'm choosing Snoopy.
And Snoopy has a lot of aura. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, Snoopy
He's
could
so
raise up
cool.
anyone on the
He's
block.
like such a vibe.
Snoopy
And he's also
is
like
cool.
very independent. Like he doesn't need attention.
Yes.
Like you can just let him
Yes.
live. He's fine.
Yeah, that is true. He's so independent. but
He's
Scooby's
also
his
like a
own
scaredy
life.
cat. Like,
yeah, that's true. I do love Scooby though.
And he's well trained. He's really, you could train him to do anything for a Scooby snack.
That's true. He's very food motivated.
he is food motivated.
So like there is that. I think I'm going Snoopy though. Like I like that he's just kind of doing his own thing,
Yeah.
and if he wants to be around, he will.
He just chills.
All right. Have we agreed for the most part?
Yes, I don't
I
think
mean,
we've
I
disagreed.
think I got
Oh, imaginary friends.
the imaginary
and,
friends thing. Where did
yeah.
this go? My photos went away for this one. But would you rather have Jim Halpert as a boyfriend or Marshall Erickson?
Ooh.
I don't think I know who Marshall Erickson
He's from
is.
How I Met Your Mother. He's married to
Oh.
Lily.
Oh. Well, I'm not really familiar with How I Met Your Mother.
Okay.
So I don't really know what his vibe is. So I'm going to pick Jim.
I'm picking Marshall Erickson. I think he's like such a good husband / boyfriend, like so obsessed with Lily. He's such a girl's girl too. Like he can like hang with the girlies and like be like fit right in. Oh my gosh, yes. Marshall all the way.
Okay.
I think that Jim Halpert is not that good of like a boyfriend, or like at the end of the day, like he's just like goofing around at work. Like
He's not motivated enough.
he's not like really motivated to do anything.
I mean, by the end of the show, he
does.
he wants
Yes.
to like get his. I mean, actually, even in like by season 3, when he switches to that other office, technically that's like a promotion. And then when he goes switch back, he gets another promotion. Like,
Yeah, but he's constantly goofing around while he's there.
well, that I don't really hate. I feel like
And I feel like he's kind of like, I think he's like borderline bullying Dwight.
that's true.
in some of this. And I just think I'm like,
High-key bullying.
That is a high key bully situation.
I'm like, you're kind of bullying this guy.
Yeah.
And then,
But then they're besties. Like,
They do become besties. Yeah, that's true.
and then on top of that, it's also like, he doesn't always treat Pam well. Like, there's like later seasons where,
I think that just represents a real relationship, though. Like, no relationship is going to ever really be perfect.
Yeah,
You're going to get annoyed with each other eventually.
I think like the struggles that they have in the show like are struggles that like
but
you would see realistically like in a relationship like that.
To your point, though, he is not a Marshall Erickson.
It's just, yeah, I just think like the bullying qualities and some of the stuff he does to Pam are very indicative of like kind of like a selfish quality undertone that he has had throughout the show.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I'm going Marshall as well.
Marshall for the win.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I mean, I just don't know anything about the guy, so.
Great show. You should watch it. It's
Yeah, I can't believe you haven't
one
watched
of my
it.
top
actually
3
tried
shows.
to watch it, and I just
I
like
don't think
couldn't
that-
get into it.
I don't think this show, watching it now, is as good because I don't think it has aged well.
I actually agree. It hasn't aged well, but there's
When-
so many, like, once you're really in it, there's things that like come back, and it's just like,
I think
Love
I got
that
to
show.
like season 2 maybe, and I was like, I just like can't get into it.
like I think
So I didn't end up
Barney
finishing
is
it.
really
he ages poorly.
really hard to like
Yeah.
get past on the show
I
now.
mean, it's not like The Office aged well though.
I think The Office aged arguably better once you get, because like I think once you get through the first like 2 seasons, it's not bad. But like also I think most people like still find the absurdity of it funny and can respect it
Yeah.
as like a comedy
Yeah.
bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whereas like I think it's like some of the stuff that goes on in How I Met Your Mother is like not a comedy bit.
Right.
It's
No,
just
yeah.
like the script and you're like, it's kind of distasteful.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
So would you rather have Dexter's secret lab or the lair from Wizards of Waverly Place in your house?
Personally, I want the lair from Wizards of Waverly Place because I'm not trying to be like a scientist or anything. Like, I'm trying to go to the wizard world. I'm trying to practice magic. It's a cool little hideaway in the freezer of my deli.
It's like every speakeasy ever. It's like, oh, this isn't
Yeah.
actually a freezer. It's
Yeah.
a secret room.
Plus, you get access to the whole wizard world and like all that comes with that, which
There's
is
a portal, yeah.
very
Yeah.
fun. So that's my choice.
Yeah, I'm for pretty much the same exact reasons I'm choosing the Wizards of Waverly Place layer because I don't want to be a scientist. I've never been really into science like that, and it's not my thing.
I'm definitely going to lab.
I knew
think-
that would be your choice.
I don't think I necessarily need to be doing like science experiments, but like I think I could be like cooking up pizzas and dough and like sourdough and
But she didn't want to cook us a pizza today.
no, I didn't. Because I'm not
social-
hospitable.
Her
But
social battery is low.
yeah, it is. But yeah, I'm going lab because I think you can use a lab not specifically for science purposes, and it seems like it's like a nice clean surface.
Okay.
Sure.
I just want a clean surface. I feel like the Wizards of Waverly Place layer is a little bit
Well,
cluttered.
with Max in there.
It's a bit cluttered for
and
me.
Alex Russo.
Yeah. Would you rather see into the future like Raven
Ooh.
or be a teenage witch like Sabrina? I think being a teenage witch has a lot of like repercussions and like you can't tell you're not supposed to tell anyone. Then people find out, then you like accidentally like turn people into dough. Like
There's a lot of training involved. Like it's
You're-
like basically like another school that you have to like go through.
yeah, it seems like there's a lot of work involved, and I feel like I'd rather like just be a normal person than like having to do all that.
A normal person that sees the future.
Yeah, I'd be fine with like
Ugh.
I'd be fine seeing a vision because I think I could just be like
You would ignore it.
I think I could just be like
You're
that's
like, "Oh,
interesting.
that's crazy.
I'll see how that happens later. Like see how that pans out.
See, knowing myself, seeing the future would cause me so much stress and anxiety. I would be like Raven trying to like stop what I think is going to be bad, but it's actually good. And then
you
like,
don't see the whole picture. So
yeah,
you don't,
I would
know.
like totally screw everything up because I wouldn't be able to ignore my vision
The
of
whole
the future.
the whole thing is her vision only comes true because she does something different.
I know.
That's why it's like
I know.
chaotic.
Yeah, that is very chaotic.
So I'd rather be a witch because then you learn all this cool stuff. And like, yeah, you do have to like learn a lot of different things, but like you can do so many cool
You don't
things.
think it'd be stressful to like hide that?
Well, here's
I
well, go
don't-
ahead, but
I mean, no.
I think the it's worth the reward in the end. Like I have to go through all this training and I have to like pass this test and it's really stressful to hide and while I'm a teenager and stuff like that. But then once you get past your teenage years, you then are a witch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
and then you
it's
live
not like
forever, and I don't want to do that either.
and it's not like the sisters don't like
Fair.
live a relatively normal life. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't
Yeah,
know. That
they're-
one guy is dating, what is it, Penn and Teller from
Yeah.
Penn and I think it's Penn, or maybe
I don't
it's
know.
Teller.
I don't know.
I don't know which one's Penn and which one's Teller, but she's dating one of them on the show, and it's funny.
That is funny.
Would you rather have Jessie as your nanny or Fran from The Nanny as your caretaker? I didn't think about how these are like basically the same show until I put these pictures side by side, and I was like, this is the same show. I didn't think of that before.
Yeah. That's
I
funny.
want Fran.
Fran ends up becoming your mom. Jessie's not going to become your mom.
That's okay. Fran.
I love Fran.
I love Fran. She's a baddie. She's a fashionista. She can teach, like, give me all the tips and tricks.
You just
for
love like the New York, New
womanhood.
Jersey.
Yeah.
I feel like she
Italian.
would dress me well. Well,
Yeah.
maybe not my style though.
Yeah, but she dresses like the oldest daughter in the show, and like she doesn't dress her like herself. Like she dresses her like
Yeah. Yeah, I think I would go Fran too. But I feel like Jessie's just like a teenager and like
Yeah.
trying to like
I think she'd be
get
annoying.
through life. And she's got her own problems, which
Yeah.
so does Fran, but I don't know. I'm going Fran.
That's how she became the nanny. Would you rather be on Total Drama Island or be an apprentice for Mungdal in Chowder? Have you guys seen these?
I
I've
know
seen
nothing about
Total
these
Drama
shows.
Island, but I've not seen the other one.
All right. Total Drama Island is essentially like
Is it like a cartoon reality
Survivor.
show?
Yes.
Okay.
And you like could vote people off it.
Wait,
It's
that's
funny.
fun.
It's so funny.
Chowder is this guy that lives, it's giving like Whoville vibes, and he's an apprentice to Mungdal, which is the guy with the big nose.
Okay.
And he's a chef. So you're basically an apprentice to a chef, and you like learn all these recipes, to things, or you could be on Total Drama Island.
I think I want to be on Total Drama Island.
I kind of agree.
I want to be a chef. I'm not doing this.
You'd wanna be-
I just finished season 5 of The Bear. It was very good.
Nice. Again,
Definitely want to
didn't
be.
want to cook us pizza though.
I know. We could have even cooked it ourselves. We just needed the pizza oven.
Oh my gosh, you guys are crazy. I think this is the last one. Would you rather have Mr. Feeney as your teacher or Mrs. Frizzle? Or Miss Frizzle? I don't know if
I
Frizzle's
think it's
married.
Miss Frizzle.
Miss Frizzle or Mr. Feeney?
I'm going Miss Frizzle. Are you kidding me? Riding around in a magic school bus. There's no better way to learn than a hands-on experience, in my opinion. I learned the best hands-on.
No disrespect to Feeney because like classic Boy Meets World, Zillennial Meets World. Respect to you, Mr. Feeney. But no, I'm going Frizzle because like how are you passing up a magic school bus ride?
I completely disagree. Here's my
Classic.
take. Miss Frizzle, I don't know if she really cares about her students. I feel like they're getting lost and
She
stuff all
just
the time.
wants to go.
I don't think it has anything to do with her. Like, she's just like somebody's like that, like orange kid. What's that kid with the ginger hair and glasses?
Is it Alan?
No, it's not. Look it up. Look
What's
Look
his
the little
name?
kid. It's probably like, I feel like it's like
I hope it's Alan.
Friedel. No, that's like a children's book. Yeah, if it is Alan, that's crazy.
They're making a live action magic school bus, and I'm not here for that.
We're not here for any live action.
No, but especially not that.
Oh, it's Arnold.
Arnold, yeah, that
Yeah.
makes a lot
That
more
far
sense.
off with the
An
Alan.
A. Got the A.
Like, I feel like that kid gets injured and she's like, come on the bus. Like,
He doesn't get injured. He just never wants to go.
I just feel, and then there's like this random, like, iguana. And I've already been in an Uber with an iguana, unwarranted.
It was definitely something way worse than an iguana.
That was crazy.
And she just seems very scatterbrained. And I feel like, to me, like, I think of the influential teachers that I've had in my life, and it's very much people that want you to be a good person in addition to wanting you to learn. And I think that's like very formative for you. And I think Miss Frizzle's just like the fun aunt. I think like for a teacher that you want to like form like your life and your decisions and have around, I think you want Mr. Feeney.
I mean, Feeney's for sure like making you into a better person
Yeah.
and like setting you
Yeah.
up for success.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Like he's teaching you more life than like just the classroom. Like he's teaching you like life lessons for sure. So like there is value in that.
Yeah.
And like,
And you just don't appreciate him until later in life. Where like
Yeah.
Miss Frizzle, it's like fun right now.
yeah,
And you do learn a lot still. But yeah.
That's my take.
I think
it's
it's
a
a
good
fair
take.
take. Yeah.
Well, that being said, we're going to move on. We're going to be talking about Nelly Furtado today. We like to highlight musical artists on this pod that I think had like maybe a big impact on 2000s. And I think Nelly Furtado, at least her Loose album, is definitely still playing in the clubs today. It's definitely things that we still hear today on the like 2000s hits, greatest hits of all time. So with that being said, Jordan, you want to take it away? Talk to us about Nelly Furtado, just growing up.
Yeah.
What was she like? What was she about?
We'll dive into her background. So Nelly Furtado grew up in Canada. Her two parents had immigrated from Portugal, and so she got to grow up in Canada.
Cool.
She came from a really long line of Portuguese composers. So she grew up really influenced by Latin music and doing Portuguese folk dancing. So she was like well immersed.
Portuguese folk dancing. That sounds interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
It's giving milkmaid outfit to me. I'm picturing milkmaid outfit and clogs.
That's giving Germany to me.
I think that's, well, it's folk. It's
Yeah, I
still folk.
guess.
It's Portuguese folk.
Can we look it up quick? I just want to see what you wear when you Portuguese folk dance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I said what I said. As far as the dress goes, I agree.
I think it's like loosely that.
It's that with the Portuguese twist. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I will give you
It's
that.
definitely got a, yeah, for sure. Anyway, so she really grew up like in that sort of world already from a young age.
Yeah.
Involved in music and performance. And
I was going to say, I think she was also like very involved in like the Latin church. And like, so
Yeah.
she's like singing in like Portuguese and
Yeah.
yeah.
Makes sense.
yeah, that does make sense. So as she grew up and kind of got into her teen years, she started to listen to more like hip hop, R&B, and she claimed her favorite artists at the time were Mary J. Blige, LL Cool J, Ice-T, and Salt and Pepper. So like some of the big names of those genres at the time.
Right.
So eventually she moved to Toronto for college, where she majored in creative writing, and she formed a trip hop group called Nelstar.
I've never heard of trip hop.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say, have you ever heard of
No,
that?
I've
No,
never heard of that.
Neither. Basically,
That sounds made up.
It does sound made up.
yeah, when I was reading the notes, I thought you had a typo and it was supposed to be hip hop.
No, but I was like reading and it's a very like, I was like trying to find examples of it and it seems like it's just hip hop, but like with jazz chords,
Oh.
Yeah.
which that is like, from my knowledge of like guitar and like music theory, like TLC uses a lot of chords that would be used in like jazz. So
okay.
to me, it's probably similar to that.
Okay. I mean, the basic definition is like a moody, atmospheric music genre that blends down-tempo electronic beats with elements of hip-hop, jazz, soul, and dub. So,
Very interesting combo.
yeah. So this is like, I feel like really where she's like getting her like breakout in
Her
college.
teen angst, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like she has this like very conservative background, and then she's like, "But I'm secretly into Mary J. Blige."
Yeah, probably. So for Nelly at the time, Nelstar, which is that group that I had just mentioned, it was kind of a persona. So think like Chappell Roan, Lady Gaga, Sabrina Carpenter. So like Becca mentioned, she had roots singing in Portuguese for her church, but as Nell Star, she stylistically went for more of an urban sound where she could dress and sing however she wanted. That is like a big deal to her. So eventually, I guess, I think still during her college years, she goes solo as Nell Star. So she's no longer the trio. It's just her as Nell Star. And she auditioned for an all-girls singing competition called Honey Jam.
This whole thing is just giving like Pitch Perfect to me. Her college experience is giving Pitch Perfect. Sorry, keep going.
So at Honey Jam, she ends up getting discovered by Jarvis Church, who was a member of Philosopher's Kings. I'm not familiar with.
I tried looking them up because I was like, what is Philosopher's Kings?
Yeah.
And like 15K monthly listeners on Spotify. That's like not very good.
Yeah.
And I like listened to like some of it and I was like, this can't be like that popular. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way you got discovered by this person.
Right.
No,
Right.
this one person just saw you and was like, hey.
Like, I'm confused because
So they're not like a big name person that's like discovering her.
it's like not even a one-hit wonder. And I can't imagine them being even like, oh, they were popular in Canada, but not in the US. It's giving just like, who are you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that makes sense because I'm like, I never freaking heard of this guy, but whatever. He discovers her, quote unquote. So basically after she gets discovered by this guy, she quit school to make a demo with two of the members of Philosopher's Kings. And eventually they all flew to LA to finish recording her debut album, which would be titled Whoa Nelly. And she signed up for DreamWorks Records at the age of 20. And yes, that is the same company that does Shrek.
I just had no idea they also did music like that.
I didn't either.
I didn't think that lasted very long for them.
It
Yeah.
must not have, because we've never heard of it.
DreamWorks Records.
But what's crazy is at this time, Nelly turned down a $3 million recording contract because she didn't like the fine print, which is pretty crazy at the time.
I think it's insane that at the age of 20, she's like, I'm quitting. First of all, she moves to Toronto because she's like, that's where the music scene is. So she's moving away from her family. Then it's like, okay, well, I know I'm doing this college thing, but I still want to do music. So I'm going to quit. And then I'm going to like hang out with these two rando guys,
Right.
go to LA with them.
Yeah, I wonder what her parents thought about that.
I know, like this whole situation seems insane.
Especially because it seems like her background is like relatively conservative, even though she like was still performing.
It feels like she just had like a very true sense of self. And I think like, and we'll talk about this later on. It's like, I think she just felt like music was her passion. She's going to pursue that regardless.
Yeah.
So like,
She doesn't need to sell out. Like,
yeah.
she just wants it to be what she wants it to be.
Yeah. So it didn't matter. Like, it's cool that she had that foundation because I think if she didn't, she probably would have fallen into some traps.
Yeah. Well, you see $3 million and most people are like, I don't even care about the fine print. Just give me the money.
Well, and the chance to record like albums. Like that's actually like really impressive to like turn something like that down at that day and age and like at that age.
Well, and I'm sure DreamWorks Records probably was a smaller operation and they probably had less leverage. So they were willing to work with her on some points, but she definitely took less money. There's not a doubt.
Yeah. I mean, obviously turning that down, like she has standards and she really believes in protecting like art that musicians create. So she was a really big advocate for owning her own masters and having control of how she looked and her style. And she would put a clause in her contract that she was able to release music in Spanish or Portuguese and not use that record label. So she could like work with the record label, but then still like make
her own side
Spanish and
projects.
Portuguese music kind of on the side, which is
kind of awesome.
Yeah.
crazy. Like
And
you don't see that.
No, and nobody was doing that in like 2002.
No.
Yeah.
I think that's like the crazy part to me. It's like this was happening in like 2002
Right.
and we're only starting to see artists talk about that in the public space maybe in the last 10 years.
Mhm.
Like with like
Probably,
Kesha
honestly, in
and
the
Taylor
last 10
Swift.
years. Yeah.
Like that's the only time it's like been brought up. And like, I feel like the age she was being like kind of her age kind of aligns with a lot of the really nasty stuff that was going on in the music
Yeah.
industry that's getting uncovered.
Yeah.
And she kind of just floated above all that, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know.
Impressive.
Yeah. You wonder like how she went about doing that. And maybe it was just her being willing to like sign with like more obscure like record labels that would work with her, because I just feel like you weren't seeing that kind of stuff. And I mean, even think about like all the like Britney Spears drama. Like there was just like so much happening where like so many of the singers at that time were being controlled in how they looked, the kind of music they could put out. And so like, it's crazy she was able to like really make a stand and people would
Still like work with her. Yeah.
Yeah. So honestly, good for her. So aside from all of like her contract and stuff, she does finish recording Whoa Nelly, and she ends up producing 4 singles. The 4 singles are Hey Man, Shit on the Radio, Turn Off the Lights, and I'm Like a Bird.
Do you guys at least know I'm like a bird?
I'm like a bird.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
What's Turn Off the Lights? Can you give me a sample of that?
No, the other songs, like, I don't think were really popular in the US.
Okay.
I think I'm Like a Bird. Like, if anybody, like, knows anything from this album, it's just that song and nothing else, really.
Gotcha.
And that one still plays a lot. So she charted pretty much immediately internationally, except for the US. So it took a little bit of time for her songs to kind of get big in the US. And Nelly claimed that she had to play her songs in front of producers in boardrooms to get the radio play that she like wanted and deserved at the time.
It's crazy because like streaming and stuff didn't exist. So like if the radio didn't want to play you, like the radio execs, you just didn't get played. So she had to just like go in there and be like, here's my song. Here's my song. Please play my song.
Some crazy like networking
It's
and
like door to door like salesman. It's like, please listen to this song and play it on your radio.
And she was like, nobody was paying attention to me. They're like eating a meatball sub, and I'm still like, hey, here's who I am. Like that's like what she's just in front of a whole bunch of men, and they're not giving her the time of day. It's
how
like
horrible,
crazy.
It ended up taking her 10 months to get her single I'm Like a Bird to chart in the top 5.
And look how like impact, like that song is still like played today.
Oh yeah.
So it's like crazy that it was like, no, we're not playing. Like Chappell Roan kind of has a similar story. Like people weren't playing her stuff, and then eventually it was like
she just like broke into the scene.
Like we're playing this, and then it went everywhere.
Yeah.
So one of the big things with her is I feel like she's one of the first artists to kind of like reinvent themselves. And like we've kind of seen, I feel like Taylor Swift has done a good job of marketing like her eras.
Yeah.
But like Sabrina Carpenter, like she kind of, her first 5 albums had a like distinct look, and then she was like, I'm an adult, here's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
I guess Miley Cyrus, like her Wrecking Ball versus
she did it very dramatically though.
Even like Billie Eilish, like I don't know if she'll still do this, but like for the first 2 of her albums, like she'd debut a new hair color, and that's how you knew you were entering like her next era of album. Like she'd get like kind of a new aesthetic, like visually, like
Yeah. Well, Nelly kind of did that for her loose era, we're going to call it. So, she did release a second album, and it was like very mellow and stuff. I think she was pregnant at the time. So a lot of the stuff that she was, kind of doing was just a bit like more vibey. Her second album was called Folklore. So Folklore TM, Taylor Swift, Folklore TM happened.
Crazy.
And it was still like somewhat successful in Europe, but like really it wasn't that big of an event.
Yeah.
And one of the things that happened during her second album is that the DreamWorks records that we were talking about ended up getting bought by Universal Music Group, and they didn't promote her record at all. So it's one of those things where it's like maybe this could have been successful if it was like platformed
if it was
properly.
Still with like either the other group or somebody who was like more supporting.
So for her third album, she wanted to kind of go back to that inspiration that Jordan, you had mentioned before, the like Mary J. Blige era, and she wanted to kind of pay homage to that. So she kind of went from, I think she was kind of advertised more as like a sporty person, but honestly, I would say she dressed like a brat doll.
Yeah.
And then she switched to like dressing even like more provocatively for her loose era. If you guys ever watch like the Promiscuous music video, it's pretty like scandalous,
Right.
I would say.
Mm-hmm.
So like very big difference there.
Yeah.
And
Well, you got to think too, she's like a little older. She probably wants to do like more mature
she literally
things.
I was watching an interview and she was like, well, I had a baby and I have a butt now. That's like what she said.
She's excited to have a butt.
That's like, yeah, that's
She
what
said,
she
I've been
said.
waiting my whole life for this. I'm taking advantage.
So she ended up working with Timbaland for this Loose album, and she had kind of known him from before because she was on this remix of Get Your Freak On. Are you guys familiar with that song?
Yes. Get your freak
Probably
on.
if I heard it. Yeah.
So I'm just letting you know because I know I like kind of maybe sometimes belittle you guys on the music knowledge you have, but like Rolling Stones voted the #1 most influential song of the 2000s is Get Your Freak On.
No way.
Yes, they did.
Crazy.
Out of
That's
200
crazy.
songs, I've read
That's
through this list.
crazy.
I'm sure I've probably heard it, but
You've definitely
can't-
heard it.
can't think of it
but
off the
it's-
top of my
It's
head.
definitely something I play. It's on my run playlist. It's crazy that you don't know it. What's that girl from that's voices Isabella in Phineas and Ferb?
Oh.
Ashley Tisdale.
Oh, is that?
No,
Oh, sorry,
No,
sorry.
no.
Just said Isabel. Sorry, I was thinking of.
I'm
Candace.
sorry, that was a little dramatic for me.
She's still a voice actor in that show.
Allison Stone.
Alison Stoner is like breakdancing
Oh.
in the music video.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, now you know the song?
Yeah.
No, you don't. Stop.
I've seen the music video with her dancing.
How does the song go?
I don't know how the song goes, but I've seen the music video.
You don't know it. You don't. Just say you don't know it.
Here we
Okay.
go. Whatever, Becca, just because I can't sing a song off the top of my head.
All right, keep going.
So she had worked with Timbaland before with the remix. So she's like, all right, we're going to get back in the studio with Timbaland. There was like this very like cosmic relationship, I think, happening. And this was also like around the time where Justin Timberlake was like coming out and Timbaland was doing the beats on those. So like think of like, what's that Justin Timberlake song that is like pretty popular that has that like beat to it? Why can't I think of it? Oh my gosh, it's like a Blue album.
I don't know. He's got a lot of songs.
Y'all are crazy, but it's
There's
fine.
I'm bringing sexy back. There's
That's
Is that right?
yes, that's what I'm thinking
Okay.
of.
Okay.
So like he's doing the beat to I'm Bringing Sexy Back. He's doing I think he did like the beat to like Stronger by Kanye.
Oh.
Like he's doing
wow.
like really major stuff all at the same time. It's like back to back to back. It's like
Okay.
happening in the same session.
So he's like making huge hits like at this time.
right. Cause like I've watched like an interview where Kanye was like, I originally recorded this song without Timbaland and then I was mad because it didn't sound like the Timbaland music in the clubs. So I went to all these different people to re-record it. And then I ended up having to go to Timbaland and Timbaland was like, only I can make beats like this that sound good in the club. So, so that's the
And
vibe.
I guess he
so
was
that's
right.
the vibe.
So that's the vibe. So she ends up working with him, but at this point, Nelly has like had a kid. So her schedule looks something like wake up however early because she has a newborn child.
Yeah.
She's a single mother. She's wakes up and then like by 8 p.m. she has like a babysitter or somebody coming in to like watch this kid while the kid is supposed to be sleeping. She then goes, they're in Miami. They go to the like studio. They record. Then around 1 a.m. she's like, I'm going to take a nap. Timbaland goes out to the clubs. He's like trying to get
So
influenced to
funny.
these beats. He comes back at like 4 a.m. They re-record, they like record, do more work, for like the next couple of hours. And then she just like goes back to baby.
Wow, that's an insane schedule. Also, I'm cracking up at Timberland just being like, I need to go get some inspiration. Comes back at 4 a.m. and he's like, I heard this crazy beat at the club. Let's record right now. Like, that's crazy.
But also, let's talk about her having a newborn baby, getting literally no sleep,
literally
taking care
like
of her
4 hours.
kid all day.
I'm telling you, she's like the strongest willed woman ever. Like 20 years old.
Very
she's
hardworking.
Yeah, she's like turned down like these contracts. She just like knows what she's about and she's doing.
Yeah,
Love that for her.
She's putting in the work, man.
So they end up releasing Loose. This is her third studio album, and like kind of the big hits on there are Say It Right, Promiscuous, and Maneater. Do you guys know those? Do you have memories of those? Thoughts? Anything? Cooking?
Promiscuous is like promiscuous girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
I know
like,
that one and Maneater.
Yeah.
I can't say that I know Say It Right.
Yeah, I actually agree with that.
Yeah.
I feel like Say It Right is like slept on like today, but like what I remember is that like Say It Right was what played all the time on the radio, and I don't think like Maneater like really was on the radio that much. I feel like Maneater is more like a song you hear in the club.
Yeah.
And I don't, but like I remember Say It Right playing on the radio constantly growing up.
Can you give me a little jingle of Say It Right? How's it go?
You're gonna have to listen to it. Because it's not like it. She kind of like says the lyrics, so I think you need like the track.
Okay,
That's all.
I'll look it up later.
Because I feel like the famous part is like the vocals. Timbaland does vocals on it in the background, and he just goes, "Hey," and like, ba ba da ba, hey, and like I feel like that's like the notable part. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, I'll look it up.
That's fun.
We can listen to it after this. I think it sounds just like this one song on Deeper Well from
Casey Musgraves.
Casey Musgraves. I think Casey Musgraves ripped her off.
Well, she probably sampled it.
I think it's just the same 4 chords, and it's like the whole 4 chord thing. So Promiscuous ended up, I kind of talked, well, I have a fun fact. I know Taylor typically claims fun facts.
That's okay. Give us your best fun facts.
So Promiscuous, obviously very popular. And once again, she is from Canada. So she shouts out Steve Nash, who's a Canadian basketball player at the time. And I think he's like pretty famous. I don't know much about basketball, but I guess this shout out drew like a lot of like rumors and speculation, like, oh, what's going on there? And he had to like release a statement that was like, I like my wife. I have children.
No.
There's nothing going on.
People were speculating because she gave him a shout out.
Well, I mean, she is a single mom. They're like, this is Steve Nash's kid.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sure that's
But I
like
feel
what
like
was
there's
going on.
so many people who just like shout out somebody random
from like their hometown or whatever. That's crazy.
2003, 2004.
Yeah, that's
TMZ
true.
is
The
like going to go
TMZ is
crazy.
going wild.
That's true. It was different.
Yeah. So then kind of like I said earlier, she did face like backlash with this era just because she's, changing her image a bit. She's dressing a bit more provocatively, and she had made like a lot of claims, before like that she like turned down Playboy and all this other stuff. So I think a lot of people respected her for that. And then like now they're like, oh, you sold out. So I think like that too caused a bit of a kerfluffle in the process, but I feel like there's no such thing as bad press.
Nope.
Yeah.
Just get your name out there.
Exactly.
And then obviously because of the success of the album, she ended up going on tour, and Drake sang backup vocals for her.
That's crazy, T. I had no idea he was out there doing that.
That is wild. I can't even imagine him doing that.
Right?
Like, knowing how his ego is now, like, thinking of him being a backup singer for
He
her.
brought her back like in like 2025, 2024
Oh.
to one of his concerts.
Wait,
And
I
it's like,
actually think I remember seeing that
no
online.
way.
Yeah.
That's fun.
That is fun. I feel like he does love to do stuff like that though. Like,
well, and they're both Canadian.
yeah.
So like I think the connection's there. And then like I don't know, there's this interview and she's like, believe it or not, Drake was one of my backup vocalists for for my like concert. And she's like, I probably did not talk to him. I probably just ignored him. Oh, look how silly that is.
That's funny.
But she actually ended up kind of, obviously she had like a very like tense schedule leading up to producing this album.
I would say
she basically had like a breakdown on stage where she was like crying through some of her set. And after that, she kind of just like became a recluse and like vanished out of the scene. She was like, I'm done.
She's probably exhausted. She got like 4 hours of sleep every night, maybe. Like, I'd have a mental breakdown too.
Yeah, I think she was just like, I just want to be with my family right now. Yeah. And that was that.
Okay.
It is kind of crazy though that like people go through all that and then they like start to get famous or they get to that like peak of fame and they're like, oh my God, like this is way too much.
So
and then they just
overwhelming.
like disappear.
Yeah.
It's like you put in all that work just to like.
The grass isn't always greener.
No, definitely not. But it's crazy that
there's I was gonna say there's just like nothing you can do to prepare yourself for what's about to happen.
Right.
And like Chapel Roan is obviously like a good example of like somebody that got famous overnight and she's like
hates it.
She's like, what is going on? And like it's true, like there's just no boundaries. And then like Lindsay Lohan moved to Dubai because there's like paparazzi is illegal there.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, and you gotta think paparazzi back then was like
even worse.
Another level.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's died down a lot in this day and age compared to what it was.
I think people feel more comfortable speaking out now. Like people speak up now and they're like, hey, this is ridiculous. And then like most people are like, yeah, this is ridiculous. But I'm sure it's still horrible, but
it's still
not to the extreme that it used to be.
It's still like
it's
so
not
crazy.
Like Britney Spears umbrella incident or like even like some stuff with Justin Bieber. I thought was like really out of hand.
Yeah, there's been a lot of like out of hand, but it's just like so crazy to me to think like you do like all of this and you like put in so much drive and effort and like all that, and then you're like, oh, JK, I gotta go.
Actually, I hate this.
It is kind of crazy because that is like the height of her fame. It'd be like if like Taylor Swift did like the Eras tour and then left
forever. Yeah. Like that's just wild to me. I think I can't fathom that. It's almost like I feel like you just have to finish what you started. But
there are a lot of artists that I think she was influenced by. Like you guys probably don't know who these people are, but like Sade, like there's a lot of artists out there that just will like do an album and then 10 years go by and then they do another album. And like the true fans will just come back for the music and that stuff.
Right.
But it's not like this demanding thing and you can kind of be a recluse in that way.
Yeah.
And I think that's like kind of like what was her thought process.
Well, I think that was her whole thing right from the beginning. Like she didn't sell out when she was 20 to get the $3 million. Right. She wanted to have control. Like I feel like her whole career was working towards like, I want to be in control and I want to do this the way I want to do it. And then I feel like once it got to the point where it was no longer in her control, she was like, okay, now I just want to be with my family.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's really a fair point. It's just wild. Like,
it's wild.
It's crazy
wild
to think about.
Yeah. It's not the typical dream.
It's not the typical choice, I feel like, either.
Right.
Well, yeah, but you also have to think like she doesn't have like any family influence or anybody telling her like to do this. Whereas I feel like so many times, like if you're younger, your parent is like, you need to do this or whatever.
Right.
And like, I'd imagine she didn't have like management that was like stealing money from her.
Right.
I just feel like she didn't have external pressures. In that sense, I think the external pressures were literally like the actual job itself. The demands of the job itself. And so like, I just feel like that's kind of, it's easier to step back from if you're just like, this is overwhelming for me right now. I don't need to deal with it.
Yeah. That makes sense. So Taylor, where is she? What is she doing now?
Well, first I'm going to like bring up how many awards and stuff I'm going to do a little breakdown on her success with what she did release. And then I'm going to catch us all up on what she's doing today.
Okay.
So stick with me while I run through her awards. She actually won a lot, but most of them weren't in America.
Okay.
So let's lock in. So to recap a little bit, prior to stepping away from the spotlight, she had 2 major success albums. We talked about them both. They were Whoa Nelly and Loose. So here's what she won from those 2 albums. Her debut album won 4 Juno Awards, which is the Canadian Grammys, basically.
All right.
She won Best Songwriter. She writes all of her own music. She won Best New Solo Artist. She won Best Single, and she won Best Producer because she
Wow.
helped co-produce the album.
Wow, that's like a great debut album.
Yes.
Like in terms
Very
of
successful.
rewards.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Whoa Nelly also sold 8 million copies worldwide,
Wow.
in addition to all of those awards. And then in 2002, Nelly also won a Grammy for the Best Female Pop Performance and was nominated for Song of the Year and Best Female Artist after the success of like I'm Like a Bird and Whoa Nelly.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Okay. Then on to her third studio album, Loose. That one sold over 10 million copies worldwide and had 4 major singles, which we kind of talked about them. Promiscuous, Say It Right, Man Eater, and All Good Things. In parentheses, come to an end.
I don't know that
All
one.
Good Things come to an end.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, I don't know that either. But Promiscuous peaked at number 1 in the US Billboard Hot 100.
Nice.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That checks.
I feel like that does check out. We all know that song.
Which
Yeah.
is crazy because some people out here at that time were listening to Rascal Flatts.
Look,
Yeah.
I wasn't allowed to listen to pop music, okay? Give me a break.
We're going to have to listen to Say It Right after this so you guys know what I'm talking about.
Well, speaking of Say It Right, it hit number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and topped 10 other charts globally.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think this one was actually more popular for the time,
It didn't
but
age
it
well.
didn't stay popular.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I feel like, okay.
That's why I remember it so much better than the other ones.
I also feel like, though, like, Promiscuous and, like, Man-Eater in particular, like, those two, I feel like are, like, club hits.
Yeah.
And so, like, you're hearing them, like, in a club setting and, like, at the freaking rec dances. Like,
yeah.
I obviously don't know how Say It Right goes, but it's like, I don't know if it's not, like, for
Doesn't
the
fit
time,
into that. Yeah.
like, you're more likely to be able to hear, like, a club hit-esque song, I feel like.
You guys want to hear a funny story?
Yeah.
So, you know how I said like Timbaland was like producing a lot of stuff back
Mhm.
when this happened? So, he also produced, It's Too Late to Apologize, that One Republic song.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my mom like loved that song. So, and like it says Timbaland is also doing like the backing vocals that go like, in that as well. And, so my mom bought me like a Timbaland CD thinking it was all going to sound like One Republic.
Oh my god.
And then it was like stuff like this.
Oh my
and she was like,
gosh.
this doesn't sound like what I thought it was. And all this stuff. And like,
Mary.
it's like so funny. Like she still let me listen to it, but I was like very young. And it's
Yeah.
like, this is just a bunch of trap hits.
Oh my
and it was so
gosh.
funny that like that was what I got instead
is
of the
so
One Republic album.
funny.
So funny.
Shout out Mary. We're recording this on her birthday. Happy birthday, G-Nut.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Yeah. But okay. Also, Man Eater topped the UK single charts and the US dance club charts.
See, that makes
Checks
sense.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then All Good Things Come to an End it became a major European number 1 hit.
I want to listen to that. I want to know what that sounds like. It's probably like very dancey. That's my guess.
Yeah. That gives Euro. And then for her album Loose, she also won a bunch of awards. She won the Juno Awards in 2007. She won all 5 categories she was
Wow.
nominated for.
My gosh, she swept at the Canadian Grammys.
Yes. So she won Album of the Year. She won Pop Album of the Year, Single of the Year for Promiscuous, and then Artist of the Year and the Juno Fan Choice Award.
Oh my
Ooh.
gosh. She really
She was popping off.
And you guys
Yeah.
don't know who that. You thought it was Nelly from.
Well, you say Nelly, and I think Nelly. I don't know what to tell you. But then at the Brit Awards, she won International Female Solo Artist in 2007.
Okay.
And then in the MTV Europe Music Awards, she won Album of the Year for Loose in 2006. And then she was also nominated for Best Female, Best Pop, and Best Song for Man Eater.
Guys, this list is long. Like,
No,
she's going
I'm telling
pretty
you.
I told you
deep
she's
on
like
this album.
so influential for the 2000s. I feel.
Yeah.
And like, but nobody talks about her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think that's
it
true.
adds up.
Because she disappeared.
And
Well, we need to bring her back.
All right, keep going. The list is going on.
Okay, and then World Music Awards, she won Best Pop/Rock Artist.
Oh.
Interesting. And then Billboard Music Awards, she won Pop Single of the Year for Promiscuous. Makes sense. So like I mentioned earlier, she did win a Grammy for I'm Like a Bird. But she was also nominated for some songs from Loose, like Say It Right and Promiscuous. They both were nominated for Grammys. And she was nominated for Best Female Pop Vocalist Performance and Best Pop Collaboration with Vocals, but she did not win those.
That's an impressive list for really 2 albums, basically.
Honestly, yeah, crazy that she came out. Well, like, yeah,
She
3
had
albums,
3,
but
2 of
all
them
of those awards were from
really
2.
successful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like the second one doesn't count because it's just like it wasn't being promoted. 'Cause
Right.
She kind
There
of
was
got
like
screwed a little bit.
It
Yeah.
was just a little fun.
Her record
Just for
studio
fun.
changed and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, since I went over all of her awards, let's catch up with what she's doing today.
Right.
So after that tour that Becca mentioned earlier that she kind of had a breakdown in the middle of,
She had a mentee
like,
bee.
she had a mentee bee and she was like, let me take a step back. So she was on the road for like the first 4 years of her daughter's life, like doing
Wow.
music. So she really just wanted to stop and like be with her family. So she ended up being a school librarian. And
This is like so like what Adele's doing now.
yeah.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
she is like every pop artist that exists now, just before. In some
Honestly,
capacity.
yeah, she did it all.
I didn't know Adele was doing.
Adele said, like announced she's like taking a 10-year break from music.
Oh,
Well, yeah.
which is crazy considering she has like a lot of years. I feel like in between.
Well,
Her albums
yeah, but
in general.
She was at Vegas.
Oh, she did do that residency. for
She
a
did do the
while.
residency, and then once she was done with the residency, she did like I don't know if it was probably one or a couple concerts just in like the UK, and then she was
Yeah.
like, okay, this was my farewell for 10 years
wow.
Crazy.
That is interesting.
because she wants to be with her kid. It's like
Right.
the same
yeah.
scenario.
So like basically what Nelly did 20 years ago.
She's influencing all these artists.
Yeah. So she's working as a school librarian, or she was. And then she was also working at a record shop.
That'd be me. I'd love to like
See, I'd wanna
librarian
be
by
the
day.
librarian.
Yeah. Librarian by day, record store by night. Like
Well, she also went back to school for playwriting.
she's doing it all.
Both.
Yeah, she said, I'm taking a break from music, but I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to slow down. Basically.
Yeah,
She's still doing
basically.
all of these jobs.
Imagine you go to the school library to pick up your kid and you see freaking Nelly.
Yeah, that'd be wild.
It's like, you're like, what's
Nelly
this girl
Furtado?
doing?
Yeah. Nelly, is that you? Oh, that would be crazy. But she eventually started her own record label called Nelstar Entertainment.
She's really into the Nell Star thing.
She
Yeah,
loves it.
she
She's
loves
really into
Nelstar.
it. And there she started releasing Spanish speaking albums titled Mi Plan.
Mi Plan.
Oh.
Because it's, I want, yeah.
Because it's Spanish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mi Plan.
And it ended up doing really well in Latin America. So
Sure, yeah.
I guess she did make that deal with her record label. Oh, that was her first record label. That's done. I was
Well,
like,
it's still, her contract is still
okay, but she
live.
like had in there that she was allowed to produce her own music in Spanish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
So
Spanish
that's kind of
and
cool that she like
Portuguese.
actually ended up doing that.
And
Yeah.
I think she did multiple albums. Like,
Oh wow.
Yeah. Well, she continued to produce her own music independently outside of her record label. And honestly, just like kind of stopped caring about commercial success. I'm not really sure if she ever did care about it. I feel like she just like
Seems like she was doing her
loved
own thing anyway.
and was really passionate about music.
yeah.
Yeah. So to bring us up to date, she has 7 studio albums, some with her signed label and others through her Nelstar Entertainment that she started. And while none of her albums have done as well as Whoa, Nelly and Loose, she's very content with her current life.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like, she really got to do everything.
Yeah.
She really did. Like,
Yeah.
if you think about it, she got to like become big and famous in the Hollywood lifestyle. She got to have a family and be involved with her kids. And she still got to make music that she's like passionate about without being forced to like fit into any kind of mold.
Yeah.
She feels very much like she's in control of
Yeah.
what she's doing.
Yeah. And she still like pops up for like random performances sometimes. And it's
Yeah,
just like,
I
hey,
mean,
I'm here.
Like we said for
I
that
like
Drake
branding.
one earlier.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
I feel like she kind of got everything she wanted.
yeah.
I hope so. Anyway.
I feel like she really got the best of worlds. Like,
oh yeah, she did.
That's true, because I don't think a lot of people would like recognize her if they saw her.
Right.
I would not.
I don't think I would.
Yeah. Okay. Well, my take on Nelly is I think she's kind of like an icon that nobody remembers. And I really want to like pay homage to her because I
Mhm.
think like, I just feel like nobody, like there needs to be more representation of female artists and what they're doing to break down like barriers in the industry.
True, because women are doing the most.
No, like we really are. So when the World Cup comes around, for the U.S. women's national team, it's going to be in Brazil in 2 years. And then in 6 years, it's going to be in the U.S. And I better see the crowds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all better be showing
True.
up for the women like you're showing up for the men.
That's tea because it's never the same.
And we're better.
We are
US
better.
women are better.
Objectively, we are champions.
Yes.
Literally.
Unlike the men.
But anyway, all respect to Nelly. I'm a really big fan of you. I really liked learning about your life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we're going to I want to listen to the folklore album and see what that's about. The
Yeah.
original
The
folklore.
original folklore.
OG folklore.
So we're going to listen to Nelly and watch him World Cup.
Yeah.
And that's tea.
And that's tea.
And that's on today's episode.
And Jordan, where can they follow us?
They can follow us at zillennial.meets.world on all our socials.
And
See you
that's it
next
for
week.
today. Bye.
Bye.